Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, and let's talk about Black Ops 3 and Activision today. You know, people are upset at Black Ops 3. I've said things about, supply drops and just things in Black Ops 3 in parts of videos. I've never really made a full video on it, so this is going to be the official video about my thoughts and everything about the supply drops and Activision and how this whole thing is going. Because, Black Ops 3 is a great game. I like it. It feels good to me. It has decent balance. Like Advanced Warfare turned me off. So it's great to come back to a game like Black Ops 3. And not to mention, there's hella features in this game. There's so much multiplayer, zombies, campaign. They're all an own game in itself. So there's just a lot of stuff doing Black Ops 3. I really love it, and it's awesome. But what's turning people off really is the DLC model. And this past month has proven how greedy this model is in a way, and the way Black Ops 3 is going with content and such, as people saying they're done with Call of Duty. I've seen that multiple times on Reddit posts and comments and things like that, which we know for a long time people have been saying, oh, I hate COD, this COD sucks, and then they go and buy the next one. But this time it's kind of serious, because Black Ops 3 is a good game, unlike Advanced Warfare. People didn't like Ghost because I don't know why they didn't like Ghost. So it's that way. It's saying something itself. People saying, I'm done with this COD, and that's just not good for a game in the first place. So that's saying something. Now, I don't believe this is Treyarch's fault at all. It's all Activision, in my opinion, because Treyarch's pretty much just being forced by Activision. Kind of what's triggering this is there's this Reddit moderator for the Call of Duty community, especially the zombies community, I believe. I'm not too caught up to date on this, so something might not be correct. But there's this Reddit post moderator, and he had to kind of resign as a mod because he was a code digger for Black Ops 3, and he'd go into the, I believe, probably PC code, and he'd be able to unveil stuff. He'd confirm the people were speculating if there's an Easter egg in the Giant. They confirmed that there wasn't an Easter egg in there anymore. New stuff coming, this code, things like that. And Activision sent him a C&D, a cease and disorder thing, saying that he has to stop what he's doing, and it got all personal, and it kind of forced him to quit. But the thing that he pretty much, this whole Reddit post says that he got this because what he's trying to work on right now is unveiling the supply drop percentages and seeing if they're trying to scam us and things like that. Now, back to the whole Activision thing. There's been Reddit posts from anonymous workers. Who knows if they're real or not? I believe in. They've seen things that saying that Treyarch had a different vision for DLC. DLC was supposed to come with guns were supposed to come in map packs, and there were specialists supposed to come in map packs. But since Advanced Warfare is such with supply drops, Activision wanted to get as much money out of the game, so they put in supply drops, things like that. And just tweets from Vonderhaar. He even tweeted something today on Thursday, the 24th, that made it seem like he's kind of getting sick of the whole backlash is getting from Treyarch's DLC methods and things like that. It just makes me feel like Treyarch isn't behind this. It's all Activision forcing him to do stuff. And you can even see this in games that are other games that Activision are publishing, like Destiny. We've seen Activision kind of come in and make some microtransactions and kind of shift things all over the place and kind of ruin the game, because Destiny, I'm not going to get into it, but Destiny's supposed to be a whole different game than what was shipped originally, and they kind of broke it up in pieces and things like that. That's enough on that. Now, as for DLC in this game, Season Pass map packs are perfectly fine. I think they're fine how they are. Micro DLC is kind of scummy. It's overpriced in itself. Some of the weapons we should just be getting with the Season Pass holders for real. But things are just overpriced. The COD points value is not worth how much it is whatsoever. We should be able to buy what we want and just not have a chance to get something in a supply drop. Pay $2 to get something for a supply drop. Now, microtransactions were first released with Treyarch's Black Ops 2, and they were fine. You could buy what you want. Even in Ghost, you could buy what you want. I love Ghost DLC. Ghost probably has the best DLC to date. It was kind of goofy, kind of serious. It had a bunch of options. You could just buy what you want. Advanced Warfare introduced supply drops where you had to pay for it, and you have a random RNG chance to do stuff, and they've elevated that with Black Ops 3, in my opinion, made things a lot more expensive, and just it's that gamble-minded draw that wants you to just keep paying and getting these things, because crypto keys by themselves take forever to get, and I even believe they slashed the crypto key. People were saying that they made crypto keys harder to get and the earn rate was less. I didn't believe it at first, but now playing, I'm realizing I'm only getting 2 or 1 a game, when before I got 3 or 4, and that was before crypto key double weekend. But back to this thing, like I said, everything should be included in the DLC. Which, again, this Reddit post from last week or so, that was supposed to happen, but Activision came in and changed the whole thing up. Now, they introduced these bribe supply drops, which cost even more crypto keys or COD points that you could buy. And then this this is what's messed up. They had a supply drop sale the weekend right before new stuff came out. So everyone's like, oh, we can actually get a discount on supply drops. This is good. Let's buy a couple, kind of support this game, put in some COD points, and get some cool stuff. And then they release new content, stuff's back up to normal. And then people want to get the new stuff and they have to pay even more money, which I just think is kind of scummy by itself. Like, did you really have to do that? But who knows that? Like, the percent drops on the weapons and the supply drops and things like that are so low. I haven't gotten a single weapon right now, and I've spent about 3,000 crypto keys and a couple hundred COD points trying to get this stuff. So I can tell you that the percentage drop is not that good. And what's even weirder is that, like, the big YouTubers, T Martin, Chaos Silencer, all of them were invited to Treyarch, I'm guessing, was where they went to get some early capture footage of the new DLC weapons, which they never did with micro DLC before. Maybe the main DLC packs, but they did it with micro DLC, and then they came back and posted videos on it to get people hyped up to buy even more supply drops. Which is this whole business. Gotta understand, Activision is a business, and they need to make money and do stuff. But this is just going overboard, and it's like this whole like. Just it doesn't feel right, and people are turning away and getting really disgusted with Call of Duty, and just it shouldn't be like this. I think the Ghost Black Ops 2 microtransaction type thing was perfectly fine itself. The DLC season pass map pack thing I think is fine. The micro DLC is what is a problem right now and people are getting angry about, and I think they need to revert back to the old ways where people would actually, you know, I'd get like a good 3/4 of the camos that came out for both Call of Duty Ghosts and Black Ops 3 each time, which is pretty decent money. I'm not going to be buying any more COD points right now. Like I said, they should just be able to buy stuff independently. What I think is going to happen is, towards the end of the game cycle, they're going to release all these specific supply drop weapons and stuff. Towards the end, you can actually buy them themselves. I've seen they did this with like Call of Duty Ghosts, like the Ripper DLC, which came in the map pack, and then like a couple months later, you could actually buy the weapon itself. They might do this with the weapon suppliers. I would just think would just be a kick in the balls to all of us that you can buy, and they'd probably be like overpriced, or even worse, they'd be like, all right, we understand you guys spent all this money, you're all angry, so we're just gonna give you all the weapons for free. That would cause even more commotion. I feel like something like that's gonna happen, but I don't know. I was just gonna say something really inspiring right there too, and I forgot what it was. But that's my thoughts on this whole micro DLC thing in a specific video. Activision is just kind of ruining Black Ops 3 right now. It's a really good game, but people are just getting, like, the players that are still playing right now actively are starting to get turned off by this whole business model and DLC crap that is just bad. So I'm not going to be buying COD points in Black Ops 3 anymore. I got into that get gamble mind thing when the second set of weapons came out, so I'm like, oh, we can get something. I didn't get anything out of this, so I'm just going to spend a couple dollars and spend this stuff. Still didn't get anything, and then I bought some goblins or something like that. But I'm not buying any more COD points. I think this whole system is dumb. I've seen people just go overboard and spend hundreds of dollars because they can. They have disposable income, or maybe they don't, and they still don't get stuff, or they get stuff. But either way, it's just dumb in my opinion. COD points need to stop. This whole supply drop system needs to stop, because Activision is just going to keep seeing this, and if like people want to start talking up about it and crap, it's just going to go into the next game, and people are going to get even mad, and Call of Duty is soon just going to get ruined, and people aren't going to like it. It's going to be like futuristic stuff with all these supply drops and going in all this money based on people are just going to be fed up with it, and our favorite game is going to die. It could happen, it could not happen, maybe it's overboard, but that's my thoughts on this whole video idea. I'm so lost in my train of thought right now, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I personally think Activision needs to there needs to be a developer revolt, which probably won't happen, but, you know, something needs to happen. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Skater. Be sure to subscribe for your Black Ops 3 content if you aren't already. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.